Good morning, students. This is Sandhya again. Now let's mark alluvial soil. First, let us mark alluvial soil to the northern part of our country, right? That is Gangetic Plains. First, let us highlight the boundary of Nepal and Bangladesh so that we don't do mistakes, right? So, from this place, the southern boundary of Nepal, this is the point. Remember, after Gomti River, we have the southern boundary of Nepal. This is Gomti River. Just after that, we have to start the marking. We'll first highlight the boundary of Nepal. So from here, let us highlight the boundary of Nepal. This will come till the Bangladesh boundary. So in this way, we had highlighted the boundary of Nepal, and now we will highlight the boundary of Bangladesh. Why we have to highlight these boundaries? So that the the shading doesn't go into the other countries. So, once we complete the highlighting of the boundary of Nepal and Bangladesh, see here in this manner we had highlighted. And this side we have marked the boundary of Bangladesh. Now we will mark the alluvial soil at this region. The same point from where we had started the southern boundary of Nepal, the line will extend little slant line till the Yamuna river in this manner. Then you have to highlight the line of Yamuna, right? And from here again you will highlight the line of Ganga river till Bangladesh. This manner. You have to highlight the line till Bangladesh. Clear? Now, down from Kosi river, a slant line will come till the boundary of India at this place. This is a black point on the boundary of India. Just before that, we have to mark the slant line, right? So, from Kosi river, from this river, we'll draw a line to this place. Got how to draw that line? From Kosi river, we have drawn a slant line before the black point. So, from here, we have drawn a slant line before this black boundary here. This is plains of West Bengal. Here we have covered Bihar plains and here Uttar Pradesh. Now let us shade this. We'll use any light color. So let us shade this with light green color. While shading, see that the color doesn't go into the boundary. That's the reason we had drawn first outline with erasable pencil. Once you draw the outline with erasable pencil, then it becomes easy to shade it. So let us shade that properly. We have covered the plains of Uttar Pradesh, the plains in Bihar, and now we are shading the plains of West Bengal. Right? See that the coloring is done properly, shading is done properly. Once you complete this, let us label it. We'll label this with capital letters. Alluvial soil. The same labeling is for Gangetic plains also. So let us mark that also. Right? The same patch is for alluvial soil also and Gangetic plains also. We'll mark the same patch for, we had already done this map pointing before, densely populated region. Now why I have shown these three labelings at one place for you to remember. The same patch is the labeling, is the marking for alluvial soil, Gangetic plains and densely populated region. So I'll quickly have a recap of it. First we have highlighted the boundary of Nepal. Then we had highlighted the boundary of Bangladesh. From here the line is extended till Yamuna river, override the Yamuna river and the Ganga river till Bangladesh. Draw a slant line from Kosil till the boundary of India and shade it. This is alluvial soil above Tropic of Cancer. Now let us mark alluvial soil below Tropic of Cancer. Now while marking alluvial soil below Tropic of Cancer, we are going to start from the Kanyakumari boundary. From the tip of Kanyakumari, the line will run parallel to the coast, right? When you draw this line, it will be slightly broader, running parallel to the coast till the Sundarban Delta. This is the patch of Sundarban Delta which we had left. So from here, let us mark. The line will be running parallel to the coast. It will be slightly broader. Eastern coastal plains are broad compared to western coastal plains. So in this manner, you have to complete a line running parallel to the coast. From Kanyakumari you have started and you have to draw it till Sundarban Delta. This much place we have to leave for Sundarban Delta. While marking northern Sirkar also we had seen the coast was marked till here. Now let us shade it. Again we'll shade that with green color. So in this way we have to shade the plains. This alluvial soil on the eastern coastal plains and the map pointing for eastern coastal plains and alluvial soil is one and the same. So let us label it. So this is alluvial soil. As well as this is eastern coastal plain also. Okay, so this map pointing is for both alluvial soil and eastern coastal plain. Now let us mark laterite soil. While marking laterite soil, first we'll mark laterite soil below Tropic of Cancer, that is on the summits of Western Ghat. Before drawing the laterite soil, remember when you draw laterite soil, it is exactly at the same place where we had marked Western Ghats. So first let me mark the line of Western Ghat. The first line is in between Godavari and Krishna river. The second line is just below Krishna river. It will run parallel to the coast till Tungabhadra. And the third line is just from Kaveri river till Nilgiri hills. Remember here we had shown Nilgiri hills. So that is the end of Western Ghat. Exactly in front of Nilgiri hills the Western Ghats will end. So I'll repeat, first line was from Godavari till Krishna, then from Krishna till Tungabhadra, and from Kaveri till the Nilgiri hills. This is Western Ghats. We had left the place just beside the coast, that is Western Coastal Plain. See that the line do not connect the coast. The same Western Ghat line has to be marked with black pen, or you can use black pencil also. And we this gap which we have left, that we have to join it. Right? We have to just cover up that gap this way. Okay, so this is the line of laterite soil on the summits of Western Ghat. So it is very easy. The map pointing of Western Ghat is the same map pointing for laterite soil. So let us label it now. Any one place you can put a pointer and label it. Laterite soil. Now let us show laterite soil on the summits of Eastern Ghat. This was the laterite soil on the summits of Western Ghat, right? Now we'll mark laterite soil on the summits of Eastern Ghats. Okay, while before we go with the map pointing of laterite soil, let us mark Eastern Ghats first. So this is the joint of, this is the U-turn of Mahanadi. From there, the first line will run parallel to the coast. This way, this was the first line of Eastern Ghat. If you remember, there are only two lines of Eastern Ghat. The first line falls in between Mahanadi and Godavari river, and the second line will fall in between Krishna and Kaveri river. So this is river Krishna and this is Kaveri. Just beside the boundary of red soil, I'll draw one line this way. Right? So this is the map pointing of Eastern Ghat. Just in between the river Krishna and Kaveri, a line running very parallel to the coast, just beside the red soil map pointing, right? Now the same line of Eastern Ghat, we have to cover it into a patch, small patch, in this manner. Now, why we did not convert the laterite soil map pointing of Western Ghat into patch? Because there the place is very narrow. As the place is very narrow, on the side of Western Ghat, we have just drawn a line. That is enough. Now for Eastern Ghat, we have drawn a small patch. Again, we have to color that patch with any light color. Same color we should use for all the places of laterite soil. So here we have colored the labeling of laterite soil in this manner, right? Understood. The first patch was of the summits of Eastern Ghat, where in between Mahanadi and Krishna we had drawn, and the second patch was in between Krishna and Kaveri, the second patch we had drawn. So this is the labeling of laterite soil. We can draw a pointer and label it. Same way on the top also we can label it. So in this way we had marked the labeling of laterite soil on the summits of Eastern Ghat, and this side we had marked laterite soil on the summits of Western Ghat. Now let us go to Northeast India. In Northeast India, Garo Khasi Jayantia Hills, we are going to mark the laterite soil. If you remember, the map pointing of Garo Khasi Jayantia Hill is here. This is river Brahmaputra, right? And this is the boundary of Bangladesh, right? In between Brahmaputra and Bangladesh boundary, here we had marked Garo Khasi Jayantia Hills. So there itself we'll mark one small patch. The patch should not cross the baseline. This is the baseline. So it should not cross the baseline. It should be in between these two lines in the center. And now let us color it and label it. So this is laterite soil. What have we done? In the center of river Brahmaputra and the boundary of Bangladesh, we had drawn a patch. Now let's label it. Okay. Hope you have understood how it has to be drawn. Now let us go to the northwest part of our country. This was northeast part. Now northwest part. We are going to mark Aravali mountain first. You have learned already in the map pointing of mountains how to draw Aravali mountains. So I have taken the help of some coordinates. From the Gulf of Khambat, I have taken a line, and from Run of Kutch, the boundary which is shared with Pakistan, a straight line has been drawn, a cross has been developed. From here, I will start Aravali mountain. This is the river Ghagra, where it has a joint here. This is the river Ghagra, and this is the joint. So from this place, a straight line has been drawn. Now from this joint till the straight line, a slant line will be drawn. Freehand, don't use scale. It has to be a freehand line. So this way we had marked Aravali mountains before. The same Aravali mountain peaks are covered with laterite soil. So I will convert that line into small patch now, this way, right? And we have to shade inside that patch. So this is on the summits of Aravali, we have laterite soil. Now let us label it. So here we had shown a laterite soil on the summits of Aravali on the northwest part of our country. This side in northeast part we had shown on the summits of Garo Khasi Jayantia Hills. Both the patches which we had marked, Aravali and northeast India, they fall above Tropic of Cancer. And below Tropic of Cancer we had marked laterite soil on the summits of Western Ghat at this place and on the summits of Eastern Ghat on this side. Right? So this was all about the map pointing of laterite soil. Here we have shown the laterite soil, the alluvial soil, black soil and red soil. Children, you have to mark this on an outline map of India. You have to practice this maps till date. Whatever maps we have covered, all these maps you will have to practice it. You need to take the printout or the Xerox copy. Once the things are available outside, you can do the Xerox copy and start practicing this map pointing. These 10 marks are very important and easy to get. Till now, whatever map pointing till date we had covered, we have completed the entire map pointing of board exam. Whatever map pointing for your board exam was there, we have already completed in many videos which I have posted before. So hope you have understood the map pointing, today's map pointing of soil. Once you complete this map pointing, you can click the photo of it and post it on the email or on the WhatsApp for correction. Children, preserve these maps in one file. So, and once the school reopens, then you can show these maps to me. Secondly, the videos which are being sent till date, you need to save all these videos in one folder so that you can look at the videos ahead in future and practice it. Thank you.